Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy viciousfolife. I have here some gameplay of the new college football 26. We're going UCF against the USF Bulls, war on I-4. There's going to be no commentary outside of this. I am going to bring you some more content, but just want to get this quickly out for you. This is unedited, so you can see everything that the game has to offer. A couple new things, make sure to look out for it. And as always, appreciate y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe.
And Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bulls will kick it away to start us off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the UCF Knights offense will get the ball first. The Golden Knights took down the Bulls, perhaps by the horns the last time they met, and won the war on I-4.
Yeah, UCF feels like since moving to the Big 12, they're starting to recruit better players, and I think that was the difference the last time these two teams met up. They just seemed to be bigger and stronger when the game was on the line.
And obviously, the war on I-4 is awesome, and this is a good rivalry game that's kind of budding, but one thing you talked about speed, Palmer. In the state of Florida, you have speed. And UCF has a lot of speed, a lot of playmakers, and it was on full display.
Makes the catch. It's Wade. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Since Scott Frost led UCF to that perfect season in 2017, it's been a circuitous path. Not necessarily happy, but he's trying to bring back the magic to UCF.
Yeah, bring back the magic, the excitement. Just there's always so much talent. Jesse, we've called game there for years. Like so much talent and speed in the state of Florida. And on that roster, it's just about putting it together.
I mean, they were hitting the New Year's Six bowl games, it seemed like, year after year when Scott Frost was there last time at the helm. So it's about finding the diamonds in the rough inside the state of Florida and developing that, but they're going to do well in the portal. Now they're in the Big 12. Scott Frost back at UCF. What do you think about that?
They'll try the run. The Knights get it past the sticks. The war on I-4 is relatively new. Both schools compete across 14 sports for the right to win the golden I-4 road sign, but of course the most important battle is the one that happens on the gridiron.
It is, but how cool is it? The war on I-4. I mean, that's just it's a dope name. I really like it. Obviously, this is kind of a new rivalry, but Palmer, UCF, USF, they're fighting for the same kids in recruiting and building a program.
Yeah, man, whether you get off on McIntosh Road, the Florida Turnpike, or Lake Mary Boulevard, these two schools do not like each other. Whether it's the Bounce House or Raymond James Stadium, the war on I-4, baby, that's where it's at.
Motion from the wideout. Jackson will throw. Got it behind the line. It's Burton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Got it in the middle. It's Hughes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll move the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rolls up deep. End on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Goes to the option. Still on his, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole 1st quarter, and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So USF's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know the future of this program. They need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
He'll try it again. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. The Knights are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bulldozes his way through. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. The Bulls will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Finds his big tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Brown wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the single back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Jackson will throw, using his legs to buy some time.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Under fire. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, when UCF and USF get together, it's like a UFC match. Fiery and feisty. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Fellas, so much intrigue when UCF and USF face off. Let's get things back to you.
The Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
That's caught. It's Singleton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Under fire. With the catch, it's Nimrod. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bulls will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. They'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? First play of this drive comes from the 27. Handoff to the single running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Fires to the big fella, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gives it on the option. The Knights will keep this drive going.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Wade.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking for room, it's Nixon. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Handoff from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you're seeing on both sides, really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Punts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
How about this defense? They needed to come up with a big stop, and they did. Great job trailing late in this football game, probably forcing the punt here, and a chance to set up your offense with great field position, and they need a score.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wolf. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Bulls in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Brown wants to pass. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Give me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's reeled in, it's Singleton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Brown will throw it. He's got the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He'll keep it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Wants to pass. He wants it all. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the 4th quarter. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Gets out of bounds quickly, got to save that time. He picks up 13 on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Jackson will throw. Bring in the heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. They strike first here in overtime.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
Touchdown, USF! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And the extra point was good to finish things off. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Norton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
A first down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Brown will throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Norton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Shotgun snap on third down. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. The give on the inside. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Third and long, and they don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. The game winner in double overtime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.